This Buhari has no boundaries. The visit of the president was a roaring success, and like the Adesina president said, it drove away the cloudiness of relationship with Igbo. Many were the prayers and goodwill messages that spurred our feet to Owerri, capital of Imo State, the Eastern Heartland, on September 9, 2021. Why were the people so effusive in prayers? We were considered as going into unsafe territory where anything could happen, as President Muhammadu Buhari and his team visited Owerri on one-day working visit. Rather erroneously, some people have pedestaled the president as not liking the Igbos. Who President Buhari? They don't know the man. Not this man I've worked with closely and observed for over 6 years. He hates nobody, and I repeat, nobody. To make matters worse, a shadowy group had claimed that President was not welcome in any part of the southeast. I got messages filled with trepidation from home and abroad. Please prevail on the president to cancel the trip. He should apologize to Governor Bøüñdãrîès of Imo State and abort the visit. There could be a bloodbath. I only laughed it off. Who would tell a duly and popularly elected president where to go and where not to go in his own country? At the height of the Boko Haram insurgency, he had campaigned in Borno State in 2015 and 2019, respectively. A man who repeatedly tells us that for the 30 months of Nigerian civil war lasted, he was right there at front, not even taking one day off. Is that then the person you would scare from visiting from any part of the country? And again, this was a serial Igbo chief, the Ogbuagu one, the lion killer of Aba, the Ochi-Oha one, leader of all of Igbo land, given to him in Ebonyi State in 2017. Also the Enyoma one, the good friend of Ebonyi, and Ekiogu one, the great warrior of Indigo, among others. Is this then the kind of person you frighten from visiting anywhere, particularly Igbo land? It doesn't happen. So up to Owerri we went, and we saw and conquered, with Governor Uzodinma pulling out all the stops to make it a memorable visit. A number of landmark projects were commissioned: roads, drainage, new council members, and then a town hall meeting. All drew a modest number of cheering crowd and people of goodwill. It was more than had been portrayed by scaremongers. The southeast region had virtually emptied into town hall meeting in terms of quality leadership. From the 5 southeast states had come governors, their representatives, monarchs, retired military generals, academics, leaders of Ohanese social-cultural group, politicians, captains of industry. They were all there. It was a colorful event. President Buhari was turned out in his chieftaincy regalia, completed with the elephant tusk. He simply blended with his host, most of who wore the same color of clothes. His son, or rather father, had come home. One thing was significant about the whole visiting: closing the ranks and unanimity by the host. Looking through major newspapers of the day, it was evident. The 5 governors of the region bought advertisement space welcoming the president. Ohanese expressed its welcome. Groups and individuals also did. Even the Christian Association of Nigeria Imo chapter did. It was crystal clear that anyone against his visit was swimming in lonely waters. I recall that one of the earliest places the president visited and spent the night in his first term was Abakaliki, Ebonyi State, in November 2017. Governor Dave Umahi was even then still of People's Democratic Party (PDP), but it didn't stop president from visiting and passing the night. The man really has no boundaries, I tell you. Governor Uzodinma spoke at the town hall meeting. He eulogized the president for being a vital part of finding solution to the security crisis rocking the region. He said he and his people believe in the unity of Nigeria and it was inconceivable to support a breakup, and it won't happen now, not tomorrow, and would never. Wide applause. He said the region believes in a united Nigeria based on justice, equity, and fairness. Another wide applause. The governor then addressed the president directly. We want to be treated like Nigerians. Fortunately, you are addressing that through policy initiative, which give us sense of belonging. The second Niger Bridge is a project we have emotional attached to, he mentioned. Other benefits the region has got under Buhari and then declared the Southeast will continue to support you because you are not insensitive to the yearnings of our people. You've shown us love, we'll show you love. Southeast is with you. President of INZ Inibu, Professor George Obiozo described Buhari as a graceful president, noting that the visit had more than political significance. He said the country was being led by a serious president and not a frivolous one. Your presence brings light that drives away cloudiness of relationship with Igbo, he added. Professor Obiozo said Igbos were not separatists or secessionists. We are most federating unit among all Nigerians. If you go anywhere and you don't see Indigo there, run away. Something is wrong there. Propensity for friendliness and peaceful coexistence define us. We are cosmopolitan. The traveler doesn't make enemies but friends. Leadership should not have faith and hope in us. No secessionists will survive in face of equity and good governance. And this drew thunderous applause from the hall. However, rough the storm, the fish cannot be driven out of the sea. Same with Igbos. We will always be there. Professor Obi also presented the shopping list: security jobs for youth, infrastructure, more roads, rail, bridges, ports, sense of balance in the political system, and others. The main man spoke. The president said he was overwhelmed by the reception he had received, adding, "The governor didn't tell me the whole Igbo leaders would be here. He has achieved surprise, which we in the military don't like." President Buhari reiterated the fact that there is no town you visit in Nigeria without finding Igbo. In fact, they are in charge of the economy, infrastructure, pharmaceutical, and there is